Hello, beautiful people. It is Fro Boy. Happy New Year, man. It's finally 2021. Whew. I cannot tell you how much I was looking forward to this year, as we all have. But hey, shit still happened at the start of the year, but it's still pretty early, so it might get better. Anyway, to start the new year off, I'm here to do an unboxing review from Aniki Cosplay, and it's quite a large package. I have a pair of things to review, so let's get started on this review. Yes, I know that was lackluster, but in all honesty, I just really want to get my hands on this review, out of the way to start the new year, so that, hopefully it's entertaining for you guys. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here we are. We have was perhaps one of my favorite Power Ranger helmets of all time, the Green Ranger Bad in the Sun version. Now let me tell you, I've been waiting for a long time for an opportunity to grab a helmet like this. Now I was tempted to get from other makers like Kamen Rider Nimroi, for example, who does have it, but at the same time I wanted to keep an open mind and try to see what was considered to be Aniki's finest product, at least what he frequently markets in the social media, that is Aniki Cosplay. So I always consider this to be, their speciality when it comes down to these kind of helmets. And some of you already know, or actually, I think any Power Ranger fan who's legit knows about this, but this is based on the Bad in the Sun fan film or episode where it's a beatdown between him and Ryu. It's a really popular overall original design and look that I'm a huge fan of. And honestly, when it comes to Green Ranger helmets, I want to get in the Bad in the Sun by Aniki Cosplay, given that this was available on their Etsy website. So with that in mind, just to give you a bit of background, I ordered this helmet back in mid-November, and it took about 2 months to get here, right before mid-January. Now, considering that this is Aniki Cosplay, that's pretty good. Like, Aniki is known infamously for taking so long, so the fact that I got here in less than 2 months, I'm pretty happy, I'm not gonna lie. And when it comes down to the price, I paid about $485 for this. And if you think about it, considering how much DHL charges for express shipping, or just perfectly timing shipping due to COVID, getting a helmet and getting a shipment like that, it could be a bit pricey, a little more pricey than usual. Back in the day, I do remember how Aniki Cosplay helmets were like around $380 at the time, at least from what I can recall, maybe a little bit more to $415. So, all the way up to $480 with express shipping, considering how expensive it was to order stuff from Asia. I'm not gonna complain. So with that in mind, we're gonna look into the details to see how good the quality is, considering that this, at least in my opinion, is not a helmet that was ready to ship. It was a helmet that was based off a mold that was ready to get worked on. And pretty much they told me when I was reaching out to them on information on my orders that it was going to be ready soon. So I didn't know if that meant that maybe this was just a mold and it just needed to be painted and apply the necessary aspects in order to get this ready to ship and presentable. So I waited, and it's finally here. Now, looking into the details, I'm going to put on the light so that we can get the details popping up. And I'm just going to move this. And let's put that there. So, alright, so looking into this helmet, there's not a lot to say when it comes down to the way it looks. I mean, I'm pretty sure countless people have been looking at this helmet from different makers and just different projects of, other, fan films and stuff and cosplays, group shots. But there are minor issues, and I definitely want to point those out because Aniki is known for propping themselves when it comes down to their products, and we have to be as brutally honest and unbiased about the situation with how they got this shipped out to me within 2 months via their Etsy policies, and what they're known for and what's been their excuse to get stuff shipped out to people. So the first minor imperfection I want to point out is the diamond. You see, You see how it's not perfectly aligned? Yeah, there's a spacing right there, and I don't know what happened. They just pretty much didn't space it properly, or it just wasn't cropped properly. And paint job does have some minor inconsistencies. You see in the black lines around the mouthpiece. Yeah, it's not as thin or thick as consistently as it needs to be. Even the roof of the what's this piece called? Like, towards the upper right corner of the mouth, it's a bit slanted down. Again, you don't really notice that type of stuff unless you're looking very carefully, like I am. And I found this glaring minor issue. Yep, look at that. Chip. And frankly to say, I was not happy about that. I rolled my eyes and thought, really, Aniki? But the way I consider it, I do think that the fact that they just got this out to me, and considering how long Aniki takes, I'm still pretty content. But as you can see, there's still some minor issues. Honestly, thankfully, the thing about these issues is that you won't really see them unless you actually took the time, like I am, to look down and properly examine this thing. So with that in mind, it's overall a really nice helmet. I generally love the way how it looks. I'm generally in love with having one of these after so long. And considering that I paid $485 from Aniki himself just to get this shipped out to me, and considering the price I paid in the past for helmets, even for the B grade or A grade, I'm quite content and okay with paying $485 for this. Like I said in the past, I paid I think for one helmet was like around $380. Then there's a B sale. I think that was around $350, or at least in the 300s. I mean, Aniki does tendly always charges a certain amount because of how famous their products are. But keep in mind that sometimes there are times where you want to order from them, and if you look at their Etsy website, profile of Aniki Cosplay, you would kind of realize that a lot of these are kind of BS prices. Like, some should not be as high as they should. But thankfully, this particular helmet was originally at what was the amount? Hold on. It was originally at 695 US dollars. So think about that for a second. 695 American dollars just to get this fucking helmet originally. But because it had went down to 485, or at least that's what I recall, maybe it was 486 or 7 or some weird number, that's what motivated me to actually purchase this. Not only that, I'm pretty sure if you look on their Etsy website profile on Etsy, you will notice that a lot of their helmets are with like I think it was 20% discount when it comes down to getting one of their helmets, and it's another reason to buy helmets from Etsy, which may I remind you does enforce a certain policy when it comes down to shipping time. So Aniki was literally in a position where they had to ship these out. So whether it was made from scratch or was ready to ship, but they just had to wait for the opportunity for their shipping quotas, I don't care. I got the helmet and I'm pretty happy about that. And just like with Aniki products, when you order a helmet, you get the sperm cap. Now, given my hair, if I don't wear the sperm cap, my hair is pretty much going to stick around the lines. Not only that, you have this cool thing to hold your helmet. You guys have seen this before. Yeah, I'm not going to get into much details, but it's literally a bag just to hold your helmet. So it's always a nice courtesy to get those from Aniki. I do like that he does that they do that with all their helmets. So it's always going to be pretty useful for that. Now the interior, when I put this on, it was actually pretty comfortable and surprisingly not as bad as I thought. Kind of like this. And then when you see that I was wearing it, you did see some of the lines sticking out. Now, the reason why it wasn't closed all the way is because I was pretty much experimenting with the inside straps. Now, a lot of these Power Ranger helmets, let me get the light on, have straps. And as you can see, the foam was taken out. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I typically take out the foam because these helmets are so snug and so tight that, and yes, I did try this before I removed the foam. I did try to put this on before with the foam, and I had no luck. It was too snug, and it was just fitting awkwardly. Those things really compress and kind of restrict airflow, in my opinion. Like, it's nice to have a lot of extra airflow into this. That being said, when I put this on, it wasn't as foggy as I thought. Like, there was a little bit towards this point of my nose, but I was able to actually see for the most part. So, you know, props to Aniki for the design where you're able to breathe a lot easier. Like, it did get hot after a while, but I was wearing this helmet for about I want to say, what was the amount? A little over 5 minutes, just looking around in the mirror, just taking some selfies and just making sure that it was pretty comfortable if I couldn't really walk around with it. And needless to say, it was pretty comfortable. Again, it does fog up and it does get hot, but it does take pretty long. So this is a solid helmet. Overall, the amount of time I needed to wait and the way how it came, again, very minor issues, but that chip is still gonna be still something that's flawed. And I don't know if they were considering trying to promote this as an A quality product or a B. But all I know is that the amount I paid, I was content with it. And you guys might disagree, but I was content to get something from Aniki Cosplay. Now, would I have bought this if Aniki had this ready to ship and I saw that? Honestly, I would try to avoid getting the chip, in all honesty, and I wouldn't mind waiting. But given that I ordered this and I didn't know how the final product would look, I mean, I'm content with it. Again, they have multiple quantities of this stuff on their Etsy profile, so it makes me think that they just have the molds cast and ready to work with, which I think is making sense given that we're in the era of COVID and they've been doing it for the last few months. So with that in mind, I'm pretty content with this. If I had to give this a rating score, the minor flaws I found in that chip, I do have to take away a point and give this a 9 out of 10. Like I said, I can put this on pretty well. And even though the video I showed not too long ago had me wearing this normally, it was because I didn't have the straps at the right length to where they were, what's what I'm looking for, kind of like compressing and pulling it, like in this matter. So, and given that it's my head, you have to use these straps in order to make sure that it pulls enough to like keep them close together. And not only that, just make it easy to put on. So... Yep. See? I gave it a little bit more slack. So normally... Yep. You just do that. I'm really happy I got this helmet overall, guys. But yeah, 9 out of 10. It's definitely a good solid helmet. And I'm really looking forward to just having it on display. Like, it's definitely one of my favorite Rangers. Green Ranger is loved Power Ranger by all. And, you know, I mean, that's all I can say. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Oh, but I know that you guys know that I mentioned about it being a bundle. Now, why is that? Well, it's because next time, and it's not going to be uploading the same day, but I'm going to be reviewing this. Now, if you want to stay tuned for the next video, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification button to get a notification on my videos. If you hit a like, I really appreciate it as it increases the awareness of my channel with the YouTube algorithm. And then I'll see you next time, guys. Ciao for now.